It's been said that a picture is worth 1,000 words. And I can think of no better testimony to that idea than a photograph that was taken this past July 4th, our nation's 250th birthday, of a young African American woman sitting on a Washington, D.C. metro train, so looking very uncomfortable while being surrounded by members of the ultra-white nationalist Patriot Front. You can see them here. You can see them here in this picture, all wearing their little matching uniforms with their tan baseball caps and their blue shirts and their white ski masks to hide their identity, because they are a bunch of cowards after all. And so this, I believe, is a picture that when the history of the Trump administration is finally written and put to bed, will occupy a prominent place as an example of the kinds of struggles that we're having with race relations in this country, especially during the Trump years. Just in case anyone is suggesting that, well, these people were just standing on the train, they're not doing anything, this is what they did right after shortly after this picture being taken. So you can see them here on the street chanting their slogans like "Reclaim America," carrying their own flag, upside down American flags, and Confederate flags as a symbol for what they are. So who is the Patriot Front? They are a white, they are a far right white nationalist group that is advocating for the creation of what they call a white ethno state. So they want a whites only America. They believe that only the only people who are descendant of the original European settlers should be allowed to call themselves Americans, and they also espouse what they call the Great Replacement theory, which is a theory that has been put forth by people like Stephen Miller in the Trump administration, that there is some mass conspiracy to replace white people in America with people of color, and this is a group that's been around since 2017. And they were a splinter group formed shortly after the Charlottesville Unite the Right rally at that time, which is the demonstration where you see people in tiki torches chanting "Jews will not replace us." This was the rally where Heather Heyer was killed after she was run over by one of the protesters. So that was their spawning point. So that's not exactly reassuring in that respect. And also what you see here is this is the group's flag. And what's important to point out with this is that if you look at the image in the white circle, that is what's called a fascist, which is a symbol of fascism. It dates back to Italy in the 1920s. It was a symbol adopted by fascist movements then, and has been consistent with neo-fascist groups here in the United States and around the world. So that is a symbol that you will often see. So this is a group that is pretty reprehensible in terms of what they represent. And when this picture was released, there was all kinds of examples of people in the MAGA movement trying to deflect. They were trying to say, well, this isn't really us. Well, this is Antifa in disguise, which is their most recent yarn that they try to pull out when they're trying to say my dog ate my data. They're trying to do anything but but take responsibility for cleaning up their own house. And they also pointed out that, well, they have a right to freedom of speech. They can say what they want to say and all of that. And oh, aren't we just intolerant on the left because we're calling them out for that? And my answer to that is bull. Do they have the right to say what they want to say? Absolutely. The First Amendment guarantees them that right. The government cannot step in and stop them from saying whatever they're going to say. I also have a right as an American to stand up and say, this is bullshit. I have a right as an American to call them out as for being the cowards that they are, for espousing an ideology that would have that woman who was on that train thrown off that train, thrown out of this country, and not able to live here anymore. I'm sorry, that does not represent me. It does not represent the bulk of this country and of what Americans stand for. We have had generations in this country who have gone to war to fight against people like this. My dad was a World War II veteran. He fought in the Pacific. He fought against people who would be espousing things like this, and this cannot be allowed to stand within this country. So, and I believe that the only way to keep it from establishing itself is for everybody who, when you see behavior like this, is to call it out for what it is, and it has no place here, not now, not ever.